Hi everyone, good afternoon, it's Kevin Healy here from Focused Events, and I'm really lucky today. I'm up here at Peterborough actually at the showground, and we're working, as you can see because I'm wearing a Yamaha jacket, for Yamaha on the launch of some new 125 scooters here with the Yamaha team. And out of the van came this, the new Tracer 9, there it is, GT. It's a brand new motorcycle from the bottom to the top. And I've been through it, and it's some really exciting stuff. Now, I've not ridden it on the road because this is not registered yet. And in fact, it's a bit of a scoop because tomorrow in Barcelona is the actual official test for the European press. And here I am with this bike. And it's an absolute, it's a real stunner. Some really great stuff about it. So I'm going to walk around the other side. Stay where you are with that camera. I've got Dave behind the camera. There's some important things here, really important things. First thing, if we look at this engine, it's a new, I've had to write all this stuff down because, you know, it's a new longer stroke 890cc, and longer stroke means that what that's going to do is it's going to move the torque further down the rev range, so you're going to get torque earlier, but actually it's giving it more torque as well. It's got a new exhaust on it, new exhaust system, which is actually Euro 5 because everything has to be Euro 5 now. But just riding it across the car park, I could tell straight away that it's got a lovely induction sound to it. I was only in first gear tootling along, but I could tell straight away they've put the induction noise in. So although it's quieter and cleaner, which is important, it's still a great experience when you're riding the bike, and that's obviously what we all want. It's got an IMU in it, which is the internal measurement unit. That's the same as what's in the R1. So it's measuring traction, it's measuring potential wheel spin. It's even got a wheelie control in it and a quick shifter, and it's even measuring slide technology in there. So there's so much going on with the engine. And then if we look at the frame, I liked the previous Tracer anyway. I never really had a problem with it when I rode it and ran many road shows for Yamaha, and I know we'll be out later this year with this bike. But what they've done here, and I noticed it straight away this morning, is the swinging arm is now sitting on the inside of the frame, whereas before on the old bike the swinging arm sat on the outside of the frame, and it did have a little bit of flex in it, to be fair. But what they've done now, completely new frame, completely new swinging arm, and the swinging arm sits inside, so they've added masses of rigidity. Another thing they've done, which is quite a shocker, is if we were to look at the headstock here, which is sitting in here, it's actually been lowered 30 millimeters. That's quite a lot. And what that's doing is giving you much more feel and contact with the front end. So it's also putting a little bit more weight on the front end, and that'll feel really great when you're riding it. When I sat on it, and I'll do it once again, I'll come around here, what I noticed straight away was it feels really comfortable. Really comfortable. The foot position here is lovely, really good. Yep, absolutely. Nice riding position. And the dash, we'll have a close-up look at the dash in a moment, is an all-new dash. So, new Tracer 9 GT. Yeah, I like that, and I like the way they've taken off the 00s. Just a little thing here, we've got the easy as you're riding, one hand, up and down, with that screen. So you've got a good screen option on it. So like all of that. I've always liked the handguards on the Tracers. It's a nice touch. All the Yamaha instrumentation here is really sweet. I notice it's got cruise control on it as well. And with this bike, the frame, the difference between this bike and the frame on an MT-09 is the frame is steel. And what you can see here is it's got immediately luggage capability, and all of these GTs come with luggage. This bike is priced at $11,999, which for me seems to be great value for money. Really great value for money. Love the look of it. I love the lines. I really like the lines on it. It's very different to the old Tracer. When I saw it this morning, other bits of technology. It's got cornering lights on it. Yeah, it's one of those things again. it's an incredible time to ride a motorcycle. There's so much really, really great stuff out there. So I know we were going to talk about the TFT screens, and it is screens, it's plural. There are 2 screens, and I'll show you that now again in a second. But I also want to talk to you about the suspension on this bike. The suspension is also massively upgraded. It's got the Yamaha Kyb suspension, and it's electronic suspension. Dave, come closer with the camera. Come in here, and here we are in here. We've got the Kyb suspension sensors going on. You can see the cable going in here to this fork leg, and there's another one down here in this fork leg. And then Dave, if we have a look underneath in here at the suspension, you can see, here it is. That's the suspension rod. So all of the time when you're riding the bike, the Kyb suspension is actually measuring what is going on with the suspension, measuring the movement at all times, and you've got different modes in here as well that you can select, and I'm going to take you through that now again in a minute. Yeah, really, really great. So what I've done now is I've brought the bike into a little bit of shade because I couldn't get the sun and the reflections right, and it's important that you see the screens themselves. So Dave, come in a little bit closer. I want to show everybody watching this, first of all, this area before I turn the bike on. So we've got a button down here which is a rolling button, and you push in on it. There's a little push in there, and that's giving me menus here which are on this side. And on this side over here we've got also there's a mode button here, okay, and we've got left and right, and we'll show you that in a moment. So what happens is now I'm going to turn the bike on, and we're going to actually see the screen. So Dave, if you get in closer there so everybody can see the screen, that's good. So we've got 2 screens. So we've got this one on the right hand side, we've got this split area, and now we've got this screen here on the left hand side. So if we look here on the left hand side first, and we look down here into this area, we've got the modes that we're going on, and we can select different modes and settings. So this is actually a suspension setting we're in here, and then we could choose maybe the TCS, the traction control, and we can choose the settings in there, etc, etc. So it's also got a power mode, so we've got power modes for the bike as well, different power modes. And you've got your standard thing here, which is the fuel setting and all this sort of stuff. The clock is down here, etc, etc. But then if we look at this one over here, which is on the right hand button, you can see that I'm now scrolling down on the right hand button. I'm just turning the wheel, and then what happens is if I press into a button, I can choose where I want to go with it. Okay, I can choose different things in this. I've got an option of the screens that I can have here. I'll put fuel in twice. I don't want fuel twice. Fuel consumption, yeah, maybe we'd have that. Trip time, yeah. And we've also got the cruise control option, so it's showing me that I'm choosing a cruise control speed, and that's what I would have maybe in that screen. So it's just it's just got loads of different stuff in it. It's such a great bike. Yeah, I love the split screen. It's very involving. So you're riding and you're involved in the screen and the information it's giving you. So that's really good. So yeah, let's go take it back out. Let's take it back into the sunlight, Dave, for a bit of a summer. Okay, so I just want to do a final summing up really on the new Yamaha Tracer 9 GT. Let's just have a final look over the bike. I mean, let's look first at the rear lights. I really like the rear lights. Okay, I like the look of the bike here at the back. I can see with the number plate on that, it's going to look really, really cool. If I look at the bike from here, I think, yeah, I like that. You know, it's like some bikes you sort of look at it and think, oh, that's a bit ugly. No, I don't. I like the back of the bike, but let's go, Dave, come to the front, because the front is dramatically changed. And if you remember with the previous Tracer, the 900 GT, the Tracers were quite angular. They were angles, and that's what I'm saying is they've rounded all these edges off and they've made it softer, but they've given it this aggressive look as well. Here you can see these are the cornering lights, and the lights here themselves are quite aggressive, and I like the look of it. I do like the look of it, you know. And it's about one of the things with any motorcycle you buy, it's got to appeal to you first. You've got to imagine yourself and be able to see yourself on it and think, yeah, I like the look of that. And I hate to say it because it's true, but I think we all ride past shop windows and look in the shop. Yeah, I like the look of this bike. I think I look good on this bike. It is what it is. So final thing is, I hope you can hear this. I'm just going to start it up because it's got that lovely triple. Let's not forget that this is a triple, and triples have got a really distinct different sound. Here it is. I hope you can hear it. We're on video. But when you're riding it, the other thing about it when you're riding it is you're also getting all this induction noise. So I'd like to thank Yamaha UK, especially Jeff Turner, for taking an opportunity to let me just do a quick walk around of the bike. I'm really impressed with this. I'm looking forward to riding it. I know we'll have it out on road shows this year. And for all of you guys out there watching this video, thank you very much. Take care of yourselves. And if you're getting a jab, good luck. I've had my jab, so that's all good news, and it's all going the right way with that. And we're getting our lives back to normal. So take care of yourselves. We'll see you on a road tour soon, or we'll see you on a track day soon, or we'll see you in Spain, I'm sure, somewhere soon as well. Take care, everyone, and thank you very much for watching. Get yourselves a test ride on one of these, because this is good.